Once again, San Antonio, Texas will play host to the NBA Finals, and we are less than 48 hours from the tip of Game 1 from the AT&T Center, where the Spurs defeated the Heat 111-87 on March 6th. At Tuesday's practice, LeBron James talked about motivation.
Man, I don't need no more motivation. I got enough motivation. I'm going to explode if I add any more motivation.
And with that, we welcome you to Game Time basketball fans. Rick Campbell, the former coach of the year, Sam Mitchell. And Sam, this figures to be 2 incredible weeks of basketball.
Absolutely. Look, all the motivation LeBron James has, and you can tell he's ready to go right now. He has some disappointing news, but again, LeBron James is going to show the world why he's the greatest.
And the 2014 Finals will be the 13th time that opponents have met in consecutive seasons. And the last time a team avenged a Finals loss the following season was the 1989 Pistons, who swept the Lakers for the first of back-to-back championships by the Bad Boys. And before last season's heartbreaking loss to Miami, Tim Duncan was a perfect 4 for 4 in Finals appearances, winning Finals MVP 3 times. However, in Game 7, with the Spurs down by 2 points with under 50 seconds left, Tim Duncan missed 2 shots from point-blank range. The Heat went on to score the last 5 points, winning 95-88. It was a sequence Duncan would love to forget, but now one of the all-time greats has a chance at redemption.
With the first pick in the 1997 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Tim Duncan from Wake Forest University.
Duncan, and that is his first NBA basket. Duncan all the way to the basket.
Excuse me as I come to the hoop and take it down.
The sparkling offensive rebound.
Well, there's no question about this guy's talent.
The future has arrived.
The NBA Rookie of the Year.
To be the most valuable player of the 1999 NBA Finals.
The 2002 NBA Most Valuable Player Award, Tim Duncan.
4 titles, 3 NBA Final MVPs, 2 NBA MVPs. One of the all-time greats, there's no question about it.
Game 6, season on the line for the Miami Heat. Rebound, Bosh, back out to Allen. His three-pointer, bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. Inside Duncan, across the lane. Duncan misses the tip, no good, and Bosh the rebound. It's back-to-back titles for the Heat. The 2013 NBA championship resides once again in Miami.
They are just so passionate here in Oklahoma City.
Duncan gets the roll with 19 seconds to play. The Spurs are headed to the NBA Finals to meet up with the Miami Heat.
It's unbelievable to regain that focus after exactly that devastating loss that we had last year, but we're back here and we're excited about it, and we got 4 more to win. We'll do it this time.
Duncan has 155 career playoff double-doubles, second all-time to Magic Johnson's 157. And over the last 10 seasons, Duncan has 622 wins. LeBron James has 621. So Lance Stevenson gave LeBron James and the Heat bulletin board material in the Eastern Finals, and it came back to haunt the Pacers. Did Tim Duncan, Sam, make a similar mistake when he said, "We're happy that it's the Heat again," because LeBron James responded by saying, "They want us, so they got us"?
Look, I'm not going to say it's national bulletin board material, but you got to understand Tim Duncan is a competitor. Even though he's a quiet guy, mild-mannered, he has a burning desire. You don't accomplish what he has accomplished and not want to beat the best. And Miami's Heat the best. And they knocked you off last year. And you look at San Antonio, that's a hard pill to swallow when you're up the way they were in Game 6. And you look at Tim Duncan miss some easy chippies in a Game 7 that could have still won it. So San Antonio wants some redemption, and the best way to get redemption is not only play Miami, but beat LeBron James in an epic playoff series. So I look at this and I say, not Tim Duncan necessarily poking the bear like Lance Stevens, because Tim Duncan has backed it up with his resume, but more so as saying, look, we wanted the best team in the NBA other than us. It's the Miami Heat. It's LeBron James. We want to redeem ourselves, and they're going to have an opportunity. But this time, if there's a Game 7, it's in San Antonio.
In the basketball world, can't wait for this thing to start. Now, Tim Duncan and LeBron James are arguably the best ever at their respective positions, and this will be their 3rd meeting in the finals. After their first clash, when Duncan and the Spurs swept LeBron and the Cavs, Duncan had a prophetic message for James.
job, man. Good job. Hey, man, I love how you're on the team. Stay that way, man. Stay that way. We're going to drive these guys. This is going to be your league in a little while. But I appreciate you giving us this year.
A fantastic moment, and Duncan averaged last year in the finals against Miami basically 19 and 12. So how do the Heat go about defending Duncan this time around?
Well, understand something. Even though Tim Duncan is older, he's not as good as he used to be, he's still pretty good, and he's big. And what gives the Miami Heat problems? A big center. But when you look at Tim Duncan and you look at Roy Hibbert, Tim Duncan is still very athletic for his age, and he still has an array of moves. So it's going to be difficult for Miami to match up with him. They're going to have to sit in his lap at times. They can't let him get deep post-up position, and you can't let him get 12 feet on the left or right so he can shoot that bank shot. I can see Chris Bosh really bodying him, trying to meet him early, get him out off that post, because Tim Duncan is huge. Once he gets deep post position, Miami's going to have to come down double.
Tim Duncan, obviously a monster in overtime of Game 6 against OKC, and he needed to be because Tony Parker missed the second half and overtime of that game with a sprained ankle. Tony Parker did not practice on Tuesday, but he did update us on his status earlier today.
I felt better. To give you a little history, you know, I twisted it in Game 4, and you know, Mike knows I don't like to talk about when I'm hurt, and I play on it for the whole series against Portland, and that's why I think my hamstring got hurt, you know, because I was playing on a bad ankle. And then OKC Game 4, I twisted it again. Didn't say anything, played on it, and then Game 6, I think my body is like, it's enough, I guess. So it was perfect timing to get 5 days and to get better and to be ready for Game 1.
Tony is a very, very tough guy, obviously, but he's wounded. Can the Spurs beat the Heat with a wounded Tony Parker?
You would think not, but this same San Antonio Spurs team in closeout games won those games without Tony Parker being on the floor. That team is so deep and they're so well coached, and everyone plays within themselves and plays their role within the system that Coach Popovich has. Can they win without a 100% healthy Tony Parker? Yes, because they've done it before to the tune of the best record in the NBA, and they're making another NBA Finals. So when you look at Tony Parker, it's going to be tough, but I expect to see some Dwayne Wade on him, some LeBron James. And don't be surprised every now and then to see Miami trapping, because Miami is the one team that they're not afraid to trap. A lot of teams in the NBA are afraid to trap because you leave shooters open. Miami's not, because they know with LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and the athleticism on that team, they can get to those three-point shooters. So watch Miami play Tony Parker a little bit different. They're going to trap him. They're going to put some size on him. They're going to really try to test that ankle and see how good he is right now.